Hello, hello, hello. I cannot believe I am actually back and I'm sewing. It has been way too long. I've done Minecraft streams and that's pretty much all the streaming that I've done since July. So I am very excited to be back sewing again. Um, yeah, I'm excited. I am going to be sewing the poncho today. I call it a poncho. I don't really know if that's the correct term for it, but that's kind of what we're gonna go with. It's the little the it's I can't point to it. Um, but basically a little poncho. I went ahead and cut everything out just because this stuff is such a pain to work with. So not only is the lace a pain to work with, but this back here as well. It's not fun. So I cut that off camera because I got frustrated with it and I didn't want to try and do that on camera, especially because they're like super slippery fabrics and they are hard to sew on a good day. So, but yeah, I am very excited. If you haven't heard or seen on social media, I made it to the finals for TwitchCon. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be in the larger than life category, obviously with the caterpillar butt down here, but it's going to be amazing. I am so incredibly stoked. It is not even funny. So yeah. So for now, I'm gonna try and crunch out the rest of this. I finished almost all of Aldrich whenever I submitted him, but still there were a couple little things. So like the poncho had to be done, and then I wanted to add some more vines just for fun. But other than that, the majority of this was actually done. I'm proud of myself for getting so much done in such a short period of time. Everything that I got finished was finished in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So determination and stubbornness will get you far in life. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But yeah. I was originally just going to do this lace for the poncho, but it's stretchy, it's not as sturdy as I want it to be. Plus, I kind of like how it looks whenever it has the backing of the... I'm gonna say it's organza, I'm pretty sure it is. I like how it looks with the backing of organza, so that's what I'm gonna go with instead. This white was just my mock-up, and I needed something sturdy that I could use as a pattern. I did not want to use paper. But we're getting there. There's only a little bit left. So there's the poncho, there's the crown piece up at the very top, and I think that's pretty much it, unless I'm forgetting something. I'm gonna try and make some shoes, like some stilt shoes to go underneath it, just because Aldrich is pretty tall and I don't feel like wearing heels. So that may or may not get done. I'm still not completely sure what I'm gonna do with that. But I'm going to try. So the way that I'm planning to do this, I'm still not 100% sure. And I know I should probably have that like in my head, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look. So this is how the poncho will look, which I think looks pretty good. It's funny though, because whenever you look at the reference images, there's not a whole lot going on that is similar. So in one, there's just like a little drape that comes to like the top of the shoulders, and the other, it goes all the way down the arm, and another, it's all the way up here, and varying levels of details, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with that? It's like, what do I do here? So I'm kind of just going with an amalgamation of all of them and hoping for the best. And I think it'll be okay. Like, I don't think they're gonna fault me for not having a single reference image because I have so many. So I'm just mixing all of the reference images together in a form that looks decent and going with that. I'm so sorry if you can hear chickens. I live out in the country kind of, and there are chickens everywhere. So my grandparents have chickens in front of me, and our neighbors have chickens beside me. So the ones beside me tend to run free a lot, and they like to come into our backyard because we have a lot of acorns. and just other leaves and bugs and all the good stuff that chickens like. So they like to check it out there. I am probably going to set this here for now and go ahead and do this. So I'm not going to use all of this trim. It's going to be the best way I can describe it. Here, let me grab an index card to show you. Okay, the best way I can describe it is I'm going to start the hem here and go straight across. So only this will be included because it kind of, if you look closer at the trim, let me see if I can pull up that reference image. Let me see. I'll try and zoom this in so it's easier to see, but this is a struggle. You can kind of see these little triangles here. That's what I'm working on right now. Like along the edge. I'm trying to use my mouse to point. That's not how that works. But let's see. Right here, all these little triangles along the edge. That's kind of what I'm working on now. Is I want to... I think all of this is pretty, but I can't really use all of this. That's not how it looks. So, so I'm going to end up cutting it off right here. And I'm going to see if there is a use that I can find for the top half of this that is not going to be used. Just because I don't like wasting fabric and trim and stuff, and also this was very expensive. This was more expensive than anything else. Like, I think just this here, let me get rid of the reference. Just this here ended up costing like $30, I think? Something like that. It was too much. It was way too much. But I like the way that this looks. I know it's not completely accurate to how the reference image looks, but I really like how it looks, so I'm gonna go with that. Turn this a little bit so it's easier to see. Those chickens are so loud. I'm sorry if you can hear them. But, okay. So what I'm basically going to end up doing is I'm going to come over here and snip off this top sequin and then come over here and snip off this. The rest of everything can stay, but just this sequin and this bead here are going to get in the way of the presser foot, I think. I think these will be fine because it's really hard to see this actually. There we go. So these should be fine, but this right here is right where that seam is going to be, and then this is right where that presser foot needs to be. So kind of just trying to clean this up so that I don't have any issues whenever I'm trying to sew this, because this is already going to be so difficult. I am not looking forward to trying to sew this between two very, very slippery fabrics, because unfortunately this lace is very stretchy and slippery, and so is this organza. It's not so much stretchy, but it is definitely slippery. I hate working with organza, even though it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm kind of tempted to go back and heat seal this, but it's not really fraying, so I don't really have a reason to, other than the satisfaction of burning fabric again. Which this costume is just full of burning fabric. But yeah, okay. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to come back here and snip these threads, because if I do that, I think it's all going to unravel. So I'm actually going to cut the beads themselves. So like, I'm going to cut this actual bead and then cut the actual sequin, just because I don't want to cause an issue later. I haven't figured out the most efficient way to do this yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be using these little snips because it's plastic and it's not fabric. So I can't really use fabric scissors, and plus these little snips are so old and they barely work for anything else, but I think they'll work for this, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And just kind of maneuver it out of there. And I really hope this will work for the beat. Okay, no. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. I know I have some snips somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where. So I might have to grab my good scissors. Not my fabric scissors, but my retired scissors is the way I'd refer to them. So these right here. Because I don't want to play around with sharp objects like scissors, like these little snips. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit more of a pain, but that is okay. I would much rather take the time to do this than to try and sew over it and just wreck my sewing machine and my patience. Actually, let me go ahead and check. Hello, hello, Noodle! Why Noodle? Hello. Yeah, so that should be fine. I'm worried about these right here. These top beads getting in the way, but it should be alright. But how are you doing? It is good to see you. I'm cutting all the little embellishments off of this trim so I can actually sew it correctly. Let's do all the sequins first. Hopefully not snip any thread. That's like worst case scenario is snipping the thread. In that case, I can probably use some fray check on it to keep it in place. I actually really like sequins because they're so pretty. Because que pasta? Que pasta? Look, I can barely do English. Spanish is not something I was good at. I gave it my best shot, but definitely did not do well. I've sewn over sequins before, but it's never a fun time. Do not recommend. I am making Aldrich, this right here. I'm currently working on the poncho, so I know you can't really see me pointing. There we go. This little top section here, and I'm going around in this trim, like this gold triangle trim around the bottom. Before I can sew it to this fabric right here, I really need to go and take out all the sequins here and these little, oh, there we go. These little beads right here, because I'm going to end up sewing across like this and just cutting off this top half. Which is sad, it's so pretty. I really like it, like the whole thing, but that's what it needs to look like. So we're gonna end up doing something like this. I really should remember that this reference is here. But yeah, so we're gonna end up not cutting it until after it's sewn, but we're gonna cut that like that. And I also learned how to use stream elements, so if you want you can do !current and it'll tell you exactly what I'm making. I feel so fancy. Pro strimmer. Right? He is so spoopy. This is definitely the spoopiest cosplay I've ever done. It's also the first boy cosplay that I've ever done, and it's amazing. I remember whenever I was younger, I really wanted to cosplay Oh, who was it? It was one of the people from Black Butler because that was my aesthetic at the time. I am so glad I'm out of that phase. But I remember being so scared to ask my parents like if I could crossplay because it was a guy and they were like, "Yeah, it's fine. Why are you even asking us?" Yes, it is. So basically, I'll try and explain it as best as I can. Um, so the way that it was explained to me, because I played Dark Souls, I wasn't that good at it, but I did play it, but I didn't know the lore as well. So what my partner told me was basically up here, this is Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn was the son of one of the kings. Yeah, Dark Souls. And then down here, all of this is what I consider to be Aldrich. So you got Gwendolyn and you got Aldrich, who was currently nomming on Gwendolyn. So, never played. It's... I have mixed feelings. I think it's a good game. It's a challenging game. But I think it's a good game. I only played it because we were, except unless you include Sekiro. Sekiro, okay, yeah. Same company, just, you know. I think it's FromSoft if I'm not mistaken. Like, all of their games kind of look the same. Never finished that either. That is a-okay. But no, so my partner and I were long distance for 2 years, and we used to play video games to like kind of do like date nights and stuff. And Dark Souls is like his favorite. I mean, just anything from that company. I think it's FromSoft. Anything from them is just like mint to him. He loves it. So I learned how to play Dark Souls, and we played Dark Souls for a little bit. I was awful at it, and he had to carry me most of the time, but it was still a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I have not touched it since then. I'm just like, what's the word? Making these beads explode. Yes, basically it's an abomination. Correct. A really cool fight in the game, but not so much, easy. Actually, I think this was one of the easier ones. But I also was being carried for so long that I kind of just... It all merges together. Like, I don't remember which ones I actually did well in. But yeah, I can almost promise you that I will not pick up another FromSoft game. For the sole reason that I kept getting invaded. This was before the servers were taken offline. So I kept getting invaded and dying to invaders, and it was atrocious. I hated it. PvP is not at all a strong suit of mine. Come on. I really wish that I had my snips, but I don't know where they're at. So we're dealing with scissors. There we go. Shattering. That's the word. I am shattering beads. I'm gonna have to vacuum so much after this cosplay is done. I'm hoping I can finish this all in one stream, because I kind of want to be moving through this, because after this I pretty much only have the helmet left, and then after the helmet, if I have time, I would like to make the weapon, but that's kind of not really on their radar right now. But we'll see. I think I'm just focused on getting the sewing and the main body done. before going a little bit extra. Cosplay something from WoW. I would love to. I really would. I will get there again. I mean, I think we talked about it at some point. About me starting Jaina. I would love to remake Jaina. Or honestly, I don't know. There's so many costumes that look good. I'm just really not great at armor. Armor is not something I have tried before, and it is very, very intimidating to me, and also very expensive. So I would like to eventually, but but for now I'm gonna stick with fabric for a little bit. And there are definitely fabric only cosplays from the game, but... And oh, speaking of, I had to cancel my WoW subscription just because I'm broke at the moment. But hello, get out of there. A bead went flying into my keyboard. But in September I definitely have to renew it because I'm going for the achievement where you get all of the holiday events. And there's one for Brewfest, which happens in September. But, Jaina wears, I think she wears like a bracer on her arm, but pretty much that's the only armor she wears. And yeah, you get me. The eternal mood. We're all just broke here. But nah, I love her. I need to play more WoW. I haven't recently. Minecraft has kind of consumed my life at the moment. Game-wise, at least. I almost streamed Minecraft yesterday. Almost. But I have had... Oh, really? See, I don't play Classic. I tried it, and I think it was so different that I didn't have anyone to play with who would help explain things to me. So I didn't try it. But I might give it another shot. It's like, it's hard to play these games whenever you don't have someone to play with. It's like, especially whenever they're the ones who got you into it. Like, my friends got me super hyped into WoW and then just like yeeted themselves out. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, re-releases. It's like, I know you can't see it. There's little tiny invisible threads on here. Like clear threads where they sewed all these little embellishment pieces. Not the beads, those are done with thread, but yeah, basically. They're like, okay, we've had enough of this, bye. And just stop playing completely. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Love you guys. Haha. Well, I know, like, right before they left is whenever Classic came out, and then they got super into Classic, and I was not a fan, so I kept playing Retail, and they kind of just tapered off from there. Like, they go through phases, like, I'm sure they'll be back at some point, but good times. I think they're doing Final Fantasy right now. I think that's where they're at. Right before I got consumed by cosplay contest stuff, I saw them logging back onto WoW, and I was like, oh, hello? And then, of course, I tapered off. But that's alright. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I grew up on RuneScape. It's like, it was inevitable at that point. I can play no other games but MMOs. It's a problem. I mean, I say it's a problem. It's like, you like what you like. I can't do FPS at all. I can't do FPS. I can't use a controller. It's just... You get stuck in a niche and you kind of stay there. And I don't want to find any more MMOs. I have the ones that I have. I am happy with them, and I will stay forever with them. No, it's not. Okay, okay, I'm waiting. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to sew this with a zipper foot so that I don't hit any of these beads. But I think... let me see. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna trim this. Do I have a thinner zipper or thinner sewing foot? I'm notorious for using the wrong sewing foot for everything. I'm kind of worried about using this one because it has this little dip in it right here. It's supposed to be like for sewing directly on a seam. Like you definitely cannot see. Oh, there it is. That little bump right there, and I'm afraid that's gonna catch on the lace. Shoot. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just use my regular sewing foot, which is fine. It's not that big a deal. Just makes me nervous. Let's see. I honestly will probably go back and snip off the top of all of these. The top one. Well, I could probably get away with it. Great. And yes, I know this is very unsteady, I'm sorry. Actually, let me mute. I'm gonna hammer this into place real fast. Okay. We'll meet our friends in our secret opportunities. Uh-huh. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. That's so wholesome. Ooh, I am so glad I checked. Look at that. I would think so, yeah. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I met my partner through video games, not MMOs specifically, but... Huh. That is so cool! I love that! That's your little wholesome message for the day then. I do not have black thread. Okay. Okay, yeah, I do. I have so much thread, it's kind of not great. I don't... Because I have two half ones, so I like half or not even half, like leftovers and leftovers. So I'm gonna set these aside for like mock-ups and stuff just in case I do run out. But oh goodness. But yeah, no, people are always talking about like the bad side of video games, like, oh, you're wasting your life, and this is where violence comes from, and people, but also with your self-esteem and the collective self-esteem of the group. Yeah, that's so cool. I'm really glad they do research on stuff like that, because it's always fascinating to find out like the psychology behind games, like what they do for you. Because it does create a lot of problem-solving skills. Teaches you how to work with teammates. I mean, really it does. I think I mentioned it a while back, but I saw someone do a post about why you should mention cosplay on your resume. And it's like, it teaches you a lot of important life skills. Because like you learn how to manage your deadlines and how to problem solve, specifically problem solve, and I don't know. I think it's useful. It's like these things that we think are a little bit silly can end up helping us quite a bit in real life. I'm just refilling the bobbin, nothing fun going on. Whoop, up, 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 up. Wild bobbin. Forgot to put the thingy on. Hey, Catherine, how are you? It's good to see you. Sorry, I'm just winding a bobbin right now. But hello, hello. I see you have your icon too. Alright. So that's all of that one. Good, good, good. Yes, 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 yes. Because I almost ran out. I'm about to sew this trim on. That would be awful to run out midway through. I think this one is good. Nope, that's blue. It's so good. I know, I know. I was thinking earlier today, I'm like, I wonder when we're gonna get our icons, or if we are, because I know our badge thing was gonna be a little bit weird. But, oh, I'm so excited. I will say though, it made me laugh a little bit. I went back today. I was feeling kind of weird. I was like in a weird headspace, and I was like, I need something happy. So I went back and I watched all of us in Aberkatrina's chat, like our video of us all finding out and just chatting with each other, and it made me so happy. I started crying a little bit. I'm like, we're gonna see each other. I'm so excited. Also, Diego, Catherine is another one of the contestants in the cosplay contest, and they made it too. I'm so excited. It really was. It was such a good feeling. Let me actually clean this off first. Yeah, I had to go and cut the sequins and beads off of this little section here so I could sew this properly. Yeah, I would do a shout out and everything, but I don't know how to do that yet. I'm just now learning how to do stream element stuff, so but no, definitely check Catherine out. They do beautiful, beautiful leather work. I lurked in your stream a little bit yesterday. Oh, thank you. It is very pretty. It was very expensive, so I'm trying to be very careful with it. But I saw your little teacup holder. It's so cute. Love, 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 love. This is where the fun part comes in, because I don't know how in the world I'm going to sew this. Oh my goodness, there's so much to learn. How long have you been streaming, by the way? I have no idea. It's funny, it's like, besides what's going on with TwitchCon, I know very little about everyone, and it makes me kind of sad. Need a chill project? Yes, absolutely. This is gonna be sandwiched in between this, so... I'm hoping that this works properly. I'm probably gonna do a very long basting stitch initially so that I can change it if I need to. Since October 21. Really? Oh, so you've been going for a while then. I just started in June. I feel like such a baby. I started at like the end of June. Yeah, lots and lots of questions. There's been a lot of Googling. It's like while I've been on hiatus, I guess you could say, I have tried doing my best to search what like some new techniques and stuff just so I can learn how to do things right. So I'm working on the poncho. Yeah! I love it. It makes me feel so happy every time I see it actually works. But it's... oh goodness. It's this section right here. The poncho. So I went and just trimmed all the beads around the gold trim right there, and now I'm just getting to sew this. I had to cut all the fabric off stream because it was stressing me out. I hate working with this stuff. It's like this is organza and then this is lace. So it's like two of the worst fabrics to work with. So I'm like, I'm not doing this on stream. I'm just gonna stress myself out if I try. Thank you, thank you. It is so pretty. I'm like, out of all of this horrifying mess, you get to have one pretty thing. It's like, okay, Aldridge, I guess. That's how you want to be. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna sew this. I think because I'm trying to line this up so that it sews well. And I don't know if it's gonna work. Hold on, I think I actually have to do this. Oh no, it doesn't matter, never mind. Yeah, something like that. Fancy on top, horror in the back, right? It's like a spooky mullet. I love it. Spooky mullet. I hate that. Yeah, but I mean, not wrong. Not wrong. But oh my gosh, okay, Catherine, I have to tell you this. I have a confession. So I was creeping on the other contestants, and I saw the guy who also entered larger than, I'm pretty sure he's larger than life. I don't think he's armor. And I was just like, oh, how in the world did I get into this competition? Because these entries are insane. They're insane. I'm just like, how do you have time to do this? How do you have the money to do this? It's beautiful. And just crying a little inside, like, will I ever achieve this? Will I ever reach that level? And you know what? Probably not, but I'm having fun in my own little cosplay journey, so it's okay. Okay, and if I measured this right, I should have measured this right. Yeah, okay. I'm really bad about keeping stuff on camera. I will say though, I'm very excited to get Aldridge done, mostly so that I can start working on another cosplay. And I feel bad saying that. It's like, it's not just wanting to get this done, it's wanting to start a new one. It's addicting. I feel that there's so much incredible work. There really is. what the heck? What the heck? My eyeballs can only behold so much beauty. Please stop. It is terrifying because every year I see the entries for Larger Than Life and I'm just like, what is this? What is this? So I feel like a kindergartner at a high school lunch table. That's how I feel right now. And it's so funny because I always have focused on needlework. It's always been my thing. Like I don't know how to do anything but needlework. And this category is just like a hellscape of everything combined. And I'm like, yes. I had started with Violet Evergarden, who would have been a needlework, but I don't know. It's like I didn't feel the passion for it, which is so strange. It's like normally whenever I start something, whenever I've just started something, it's exciting and I'm like, yes, I cannot wait to get this done. And then near the end, I start losing steam. But it was like as soon as I started Violet, I was like, I don't know about this. But it's okay. It's a learning curve. Everything is a learning curve. That's how I'm looking at it. One day I will learn how to keep things on camera, I swear. But I feel very, what's the word? It's like not really privileged because I earned this. I say that sounding a little bit egotistic, but it's like I worked hard for this. I earned this. I don't need to feel like I got lucky. But it's still just like, how in the world did I do this? It's like some major imposter syndrome has been going on the last few days. Not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. I'm trying to keep that mentality like, no, this was not luck. This was not an accident. You did this. You earned this. You're good. And boy, is that hard to process. Coaster imposter syndrome over here too. Yeah, no, you did beautiful work. I am absolutely stoked to see this in person because this is the first time you've done leather work, right? If I'm not mistaken, there was a rubric at judging. Yes. I just wish I could find the other entries. I really do, because I know there were a ton. First time with leather. That's insane. Catherine, do you realize how insane that is? Do you know how beautiful your work is for a first time worker with leather? Like, I feel like I have to remind you of that because it's just, you did such a good job. Tracked down like 9 finalists. There should be 20. So I do wonder though, like if there were even 20 entrants, because I've looked a lot of them up. Like I went through the Twitch highlights and I tried to find everyone I could, but honestly it just gets very confusing after a while. And I'm like, were there even 20 people? Hello? Best type squad. There were 40? Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Okay. Well, I pay good attention then. According to your research. I believe you. I know you made like what was it? You made like a full sheet that had everyone on there. Like, you are my people. I love that. Killing me. I'm way too impatient to do this. Spreadsheet, that's the word I was looking for. I'm to try and catch a stream of these type of... Yeah. That's cool though. It's so funny though. I have the strangest reaction to finding people who were also in the costume contest. I would like peek in for about 3 seconds and then I'm like, they're gonna see my name and they're gonna call me out. I cannot be here. I cannot say anything. They're gonna see me and they're gonna be like, why are you here? I'm such a loser. Build a community. That's why I'm so thrilled, Raul. Yes. Oh my gosh. No. So, Haley was like, we should absolutely make a Discord or a group chat or something. And I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Please. And so I was like, do you want to make it or should I? And she's like, I don't really care one way or another. And I'm like, good, because I already made it. And then I just started inviting people. It definitely helps a lot though. It's like finding out that I'm not the only one having the same issues. Like it's not a fluke that I didn't get this, that, or the other. It definitely helps calm the nerves some. And I love that the organizers are very responsive too. That definitely helps all of us a lot, I'm sure. Gotcha. Yes, I noticed that and I'm like, okay, good, we're in good company then. I'm just so excited because not only do I get to do this, but my partner's mom and brother also live in San Diego, and he ended up moving across the country for me in 2021. So, or I think was it 2021? Yes, 2021. And he hasn't seen them since then, so we get to see them again, and I am absolutely losing my mind. Whenever I told his mom, she just started crying. I'm like, don't cry, don't cry. But we are both very, very excited to head over there. Because last time I was in San Diego, I ended up getting so sick. It was like some kind of I think it was just the weather change that just kind of set me off. I don't know how I'm going to sew this. I should probably sew it from the other side just so I have a seam line to follow. But there. It's like there's so many little tiny beads. I'm trying to navigate them. Okay. Yes, it's going to be amazing. I really hope we can get together like a dinner or something for all of us to just hang out and like talk either before or after the show. But I also don't know what people's plans are, and I don't want to be like, hey, you should stop your plans and hang out with us. But I don't know, I think it'd be good. It's like not only because we're all in the makers community, but, you know, I'm sure it would help with the nerves. And good memories. Always good memories. I just really love the icon beside my name, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like it kind of makes it real. That and finally getting plane tickets. We got plane tickets a couple days ago. And I'm just like, oh, it's happening. Katrina said we're friends now. I'm so sure. Yes. Katrina is an absolute angel. I swear. She is like such a light. I love her. I think it's so funny this complete turnaround from all this spooky, gross stuff on the bottom of the dress. It's just like, look at this sparkly. Which posted a participant. What? Where? Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Why? Oh my gosh. Oh, there's only 17? I think only 17. Oh my gosh. That kind of just... This is insane. I am so gonna creep on every single one of these. Oh. The nerves just like kicked up so fast. Oh my gosh, Perler Tricks is... Okay, so it's really funny. If you see these little beads right here, these are all Perler beads. This is what I did for years before anything else. And Perler Tricks does Perlers and cosplay. So I'm just like, you are me. You are me. I love you. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm gonna be creeping on this list after stream. Oh my gosh. How did I not know about this? Did they just post it? Yeah, they are. They're insane. I guess they just posted this. Oh, okay, so October 8th at 4:30. That's good. That's good. We have a little bit of time in the afternoon then. Oh, also, I don't know if you saw or if it's your scene, but our badge, I believe, includes the TwitchCon party thing. I don't know if I'm gonna go just because of COVID stuff, but I might end up going just because I'm not a social person. I'm not a party person, but the last convention I went to was MomoCon, and if my friends had not peer pressured me into hanging out, I would have been up in my room and I would have missed out on some of the best opportunities that I've ever had. Like, I got to meet some of my cosplay idols that I've been following for a decade now, and they're like, oh yeah, no, I know your work. It's beautiful. I love it. And I'm like, excuse me? So I don't want to miss out on those kind of things, like those kind of interactions, but at the same time, I'm such a chicken. And I hate crowds and, you know, I don't know. I will probably, I don't know. As we get closer and as I figure out where my mental state is at, like, am I gonna be able to handle talking to people? Will I? We'll find out. I'm going through my needles right now. I need something a little bit less, you know, my brain's kind of freaking out at this point. I'm surprised they posted our participant list though. It's not a party person, but exactly. It's like, I want to celebrate. It's like I've been cooped up for 2.5 years. Like, I don't want to miss out on anything else. Like, that is one thing that COVID has definitely taught me, is that I've missed out on a lot. So I want to celebrate, I want to party, I want to meet people, but I also want to do it safely because it's something I've never done before, but I want to try. I'm procrastinating on this, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I am so incredibly stoked. I cannot wait. I'm gonna try and drag my partner to go to these parties with me, even though he is not a party person. So I could be like, hey, if I need to leave, we can just book it. But I mean, he also is from San Diego, so he can show me all the cool spots for food. So we can always do that if I just can't handle the convention itself. But man, I want to party. I want to celebrate. This is a huge accomplishment for me. It really is. This is definitely the biggest competition I've been in. So I wanna celebrate that. There we go. We hung up? No, okay. Food, yes. If you want any recommendations, just let me know. I'll probably post them anyways in the Discord, just so that people can have them if they're interested. Because I mean, he was born and raised in San Diego. Like, his childhood home is like 15 minutes away from the convention center. my little pin is hiding. How are we doing? Yeah, I think that'll be good. I might end up going back with the zipper foot and hitting these little sections so I can get closer to these beads. It's like this one bead right here. If this one was gone, it'd be so much easier, and I don't want to try and cut this off. The food local info channel would be great. Oh, smart. Okay, yes. Can you like send me a message to remind me to do that, because I will absolutely forget, and that would be incredibly helpful, I think. Also, if you're like me, I grew up in Atlanta, so I'm not used to public transportation. The transportation in San Diego is actually very good. It's funny, whenever I went to visit a few years back, we actually went on the buses there, or on the trains there, and I was having the time of my life, and my partner was just like, why are you so excited? It's just the bus. This isn't the fun part. And I'm like, I'm having so much fun! Plus, I think the tickets are not expensive, so if you're trying to stay a little bit further away and don't want to pay a lot for parking, like if you have a rental car or something, I would highly, highly recommend just taking the transportation. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this giant costume. Like how I'm going to get it there. I am not riding this on the bus. Or wearing this on the bus. Because bus, yes I did. Oh, okay, you get me then. It's so much fun! It's like the MARTA in Atlanta kind of sucks. It doesn't do anything helpful at all. It is completely useless. Great to know. I'm driving to the con, so I'll have a car, but parking can be a mess in SoCal. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the way it works is you drive to the train station itself, then you park there, and then you just hop on the train. It takes you wherever you need to go. Very, very helpful. And there's a stop literally right at the convention center, so you're like mint. You're good to go. And I don't think the parking at the station itself is going to be too expensive. However, with there being so many people there for the convention, it probably is going to be crowded. I just thought about that part. Nice, nice, nice. Yes. These beads are the bane of my existence right now. Ugh. Okay. I think the part of this costume I'm most worried about I haven't even made yet. It's that helmet. I am not looking forward to it. Because that's foam, and foam is scary. I know I'm going to have to sew over all of this again in a few minutes whenever I put the lace on, and I'm not looking forward to it. Okay. I have to remind myself to check every few minutes to make sure that I haven't run out of thread, even though I literally just refilled it. I know it snaps sometimes. I have found that out the hard way. Let's see how we're looking. And that's gonna be cut off. Cut. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I'm probably gonna go and stitch this somehow. probably should have just sandwiched the lace and organza together and then sewn it, but that would have left these raw edges back here, and that's a nightmare to deal with. I don't know yet. We'll see. Nah, it's fine. Worry about it later. Yeah. Enjoy your BRB. Try to line this up correctly. Bro, this is such a pain. I hate these slippery fabrics with all of my heart. There we go. Yeah, remind me to never do this again. I probably will end up snipping off this one right here anyways. I don't want to, but it's kind of a pain to deal with. Or, I mean, I can technically, once I get this seam sewn, I can go and cut this off. So I'll probably do that. There we go. So many pens. Good though. I'm trying to remember to take them out as I go, but because there's so many beads and embellishments, sometimes they kind of get lost. But I think I'm doing alright with them now. I'm over halfway. Yeah, that was the halfway mark. Yeah, unfortunately organza is just a little funky to work with. I prefer my cottons and my twills. Twill is probably my favorite fabric to work with. I absolutely love it. Okay, let me drink real fast. I forget how much I talk whenever I stream. I don't normally talk this much. Even though this is not technically a lot of talking, it's like, it's still quite a bit more than I'm used to. Hold on. Because I know my mom is going to want to see this. She has been scouring the internet trying to find information about TwitchCon. And it's been so funny. She calls me like every time she finds new info. I'm gonna send her this real fast. Oh, she's gonna be so excited. It is kind of sad though. I know my mom, she has been my biggest cheerleader for cosplay ever since I started. This year makes 10 years. Around this time actually is whenever I started sewing. And she has been there for every single competition, everyone. And she was like, we were talking on the phone and she's like, you know, this is the first time that I'm not going to be able to be there for a competition. And I was so upset. I actually started crying. I'm like, this is the first time. And I'm like, I'm buying you a plane ticket. I'm doing it. I'm buying you a ticket. I'm buying you a convention ticket. And she's like, no, I'm staying here. And we're gonna have a watch party with your grandma. And I was like, ugh. So she's still my biggest supporter, always and forever. And she's so sad to be missing this, but I know she's there watching whenever it happens, so it's okay. It just, that whenever she told me that, it was like a heartbreak. I was like, oh no, because this is my first competition without her in 10 years. So I'm sad, but it's also really cool that she's gonna get to watch me actually do this online. Like, it's bittersweet, definitely. But I'm gonna make her proud, I swear. I don't think she's in here right now. I hope she isn't. I'd cry. But I'm very much